So I see this firestorm coming out surrounding this Qatari base in Mountain Home, Idaho, which is about 50 miles from where I live. And I want you to understand that this is not a case of some nefarious Trump quid pro quo, even though the optics kind of give it that situation. But I'm here to tell you this is really not that. What really happened here is Pete Hegseth has once again bumbled an announcement, making it seem like a more nefarious deal than it really is because he wasn't informed enough to provide the necessary context to all of us. Well, I'm here to provide that necessary context for exactly what is happening. Now, the Pentagon has announced a letter of acceptance earlier today for a Qatar Emery Air Force training footprint at Mountain Home Air Force Base here in Idaho. This is not going to be a foreign sovereign base on U.S. soil. It is a partner funded infrastructure, construction, and building project located inside a U.S. installation that will be under U.S. Air Force control to support routine training. All of the access, all of the security, the command all remain American. This is going to be Qatari paid for classrooms, squadron spaces, and hangars that are sized for the detachments that are going to be training here. It's not going to be a walled off country inside the United States, inside of a U.S. airbase. The purpose here is really quite benign. Qatar is operating the F-15QA, a modernized variant of the Strike Eagle. Qatar bought 36 of these jets back in 2017 through the U.S. Foreign Military Sales Program, which was a part of an approved package that was valued at about $12 billion. Training the Qatari Air Force was part of that deal and thus will be conducted by the 366th Fighter Wing, known as the Gunfighters, who are based in Mountain Home. They're doing this to improve tactics, communications, and maintenance skills. It also builds habits so that the U.S. and Qataris can fight together if needed. This is normal. It's repeatable defense work. It's not some sort of one off exception. Now, Mountain Home was picked because it already does this type of mission with other countries, specifically the Republic of Singapore Air Force, who has been trained on the F-15 SG since 2009 in Mountain Home. Singapore also has nation specific facilities on base that they paid for, but they still operate under U.S. command like everything else. Other allies have similar footprints at places like Luke Air Force Base and elsewhere where we train F-35 pilots for those countries that bought F-35s. Qatar's plan here follows the same model. A partner pays for facilities, the United States controls the base, and both sides get to train. Now, some are claiming that the president sold out America to Qatar for a $400 million jet and a $5 billion golf resort in exchange for their own base in Idaho. That's not the case. This aircraft deal, including the training package, was done well before Trump's second term even came about. Does this absolve Trump from the stupidness of accepting a $400 million jet and the actual potential quid pro quo that surrounds that $5 billion golf course? Absolutely not. That needs to be investigated. But all of that is not connected in any way to what is happening in Mountain Home right now. The bottom line is this is an interoperability project using a familiar template. It helps Qatar fly F-15s safely and competently while keeping American command, American security, and American jurisdiction intact at Mountain Home. Calling it Qatar's base in Idaho is flat out wrong. They are just Qatari funded partner facilities that were a required part of a deal that the United States did when Qataris bought American F-15s. It's all going to be taking place for training, and the Qataris certainly aren't planting their flag here in Idaho.